My name is Lisa Dublin. I'm a health and life coach, and I help people to live, to speak, and to lead with confidence. Why? Because you need to be able to get to the point where, as Eleanor Roosevelt says, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent in every area of your life. Okay? Relationships, in your job, in parenting, with your money, no one can be able to make you feel inferior without your consent. So that's why I do what I want to do, what I do, which is to help people to win in every area of their lives because confidence absolutely makes a difference. Today, I want to speak about pursuing excellence and what that means and the implications of pursuing excellence. I also want to speak about a not so good experience that I had just recently that has really helped me to zone in and to zero in on the fact that excellence is just so important. And you need to be able to give people the gift of yourself in every area. If you're offering product services in your job, just live your life excellently and it's going to make the difference. Before we begin, let's tell our day and our mind where to go. Okay, let's do that. What do you think? I am blessed and highly favored, above only and not beneath, the head and not the tail. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I shall lend and not borrow. I have nothing missing and nothing broken. If none of these confessions make any sense to you, maybe you can start from where you are and just move up one step. Maybe instead of like, I'm cursed, maybe there's something good about me. Before you get to I'm blessed and highly favored, which is in the word of God, maybe you can just start with, maybe there's something good about me. Because getting to that level of believing in the word of God, believing what he says, it perhaps is a bit of a journey for some people. And I understand that. And so to get to the thoughts, so for example, let me give you an example of how it's taught, some of the coaching tools that I use. There's a process called laddering. So instead of teaching people to be like, okay, you're supposed to just love yourself. Of course, we're all supposed to love ourselves, right? Right, diamonds? Diamonds in the To All the Girls Success Club. Of course, we know that, right? But we don't often get there by just simply agreeing, okay, I just love myself. You just wake up one day and you go from self loathing to just loving yourself. You can't start like, maybe there's something good about me. There's something good about me today. I like this little thing about myself. And you build that muscle until you get to that point where, the love just simply takes over. And that's possible. It really is. So please like and share this video. If you can, I would love that. Hello, IG. Hi, everybody. I'm doing something new, trying to get the cameras right. If you guys should see my setup, right? So I got a new stand because it's the same thing with excellence. Talking to a friend who I trust and was asking, just looking for feedback. And so I'm trying to get the cameras right, the audio right, and that kind of thing, because that is what excellence is about. I'm also on IG. So if you're watching me anywhere else, for Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, you can join me there. Let me just tell you a little bit about my experience. Just recently, I contracted somebody to do something for me, and I was just disappointed. I have no other way to say it. I was disappointed. What was produced was half of what I expected. I do believe I could have done it my own self. Some of it, for sure, I could have. I have the software to be able to do that. It's readily available. So there was nothing special there. And apart from not getting the deliverables that I expected, what really struck me was how disappointed that cold feeling that passed through me, that I trusted somebody, paid somebody to do something for me, and I didn't get what I was expected. And it made me just double down on excellence in what I give out as a business person, entrepreneur, as a speaker, as a writer, to double down, maybe not in the first instance of getting it all right in the first occasion, but to be on that journey of excellence, of doing things in a certain way that people are satisfied that you give and you deliver what you said you were capable of doing. And that's a topic I wanted to speak on this morning. And it is, what does excellence look like in your life? in your business, in the services that you offer, in the products that you give to the public, or to even in your personal life. What does excellence look like? A couple things come to mind, that a lot of us are in the hustle mentality, especially when you just start a business. Oh my goodness, you just throw everything at the wall. Whatever sticks, that's what I'm going to go with. Okay. There comes a point, however, when you literally have to decide that I'm going to do a couple things, and these are the things that I'm going to do well. And Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, where else? YouTube. And please subscribe to my channel on YouTube. By the way, if you are watching, please subscribe to Basement Chronicles um on YouTube. Right? There are repercussions for going after excellence. Sorry, I'm a bit nasal, which is why I was not on yesterday. There was no way I could. I caught a cold on the weekend, and just it's receding now because I hate being sick. It's like no. Also, type replay if you're watching this on the replay. Here's one of the repercussions of excellence: you can't do everything. Isn't that it? You can't. There is no way, if you are pursuing excellence, that your hand can be in too many pots. And so it makes sense to kind of figure out as early as you can what I'm going to do, and to decide that I'm going to go on this journey of doing it the best that I can. It's not going to happen overnight, and you mightn't even get returns from it when you first begin. But here's the thing: if you pursue excellence in one area, you are more likely to go so deeply and to become such an expert at it. That is what is called niching down, that you know your subject matter, you know your product so inside out that you can basically offer something that other people can't. But many people have their hands in so many different pots that you end up being like everybody else and offering something that is just as substandard or just as general as everybody else. One thing that comes to mind is uh, not a shameless plug, a plug for my Speak with Confidence program. We just completed the seventh cohort of the program. We ended on the 2nd, I think, of December. That was the very last class. But you wouldn't believe that it took me an entire week after to kind of like clean up the back end of things, get certificates out, and make sure all videos were uploaded when I said that they would be, and make sure all my students were ushered into the big cohort of Speak with Confidence. And by the way, the next cohort of Speak with Confidence is coming up in May of 2024, God willing. So you can go to my website, lisamdublin.com, and you can literally go there, go to the Speak with Confidence page, and there's a wait list form that you fill out, and I will keep you informed of when the next cohort of Speak with Confidence will be, because it literally is getting better because I've decided to stick with it for so long. You guys, one of the other repercussions of doing something excellently is that it will take time. And guess what? Time costs money, doesn't it? We say that people don't want to pay for excellence, and to a certain extent, that is true. And I always say, if it's people who are not wanting to pay for excellence, they are not your clients. Go where you'll find people who appreciate the excellence that you give. And I always start from, what will it take for me to be able to deliver what you need, what this program or product or service is supposed to do? What is it going to take? How much time is it going to take? Even as a life coach, I have trained and am in training with a couple programs that are really teaching me to dial back. Sit into the product that you want to give to people. Sit into it, sit with it, find out what you need, do the behind the scenes work to make sure that you're giving people something that is a gift, something that is worth their while, something, and there's a word that I love to say, inimitable. Inimitable means that it cannot be imitated, it cannot be replaced. Wouldn't you want to be that? That comes from having a spirit of excellence. You cannot have your hands in every pot. And just it was the feeling that I got, that deep sense of disappointment when somebody said that they were going to do something that they didn't. It was that feeling that has prompted me to speak about it today and to encourage anyone who's hearing me, whatever you offer the world, in your personal life, in your business, in your career, in your profession, at work, what does excellent look like for you? And are you engaged in getting better every single day? And here's the other thing that I wrote down. A lot of the excellent effort, doesn't it happen behind the scenes? So, like, a lot of this is lonely work, grunt work. It is work that nobody sees. What they do see, however, is an end result that is worth the effort that you put in behind the scenes. What does excellence look like for you? Are you just skimming the surface, just flinging everything at the wall, whatever sticks? Or are you really involved and wanting to give people the gift of yourself and the gift of your talent in such a way that shows that you are careful with it? That, I've taken the time to put it together. I've taken the time to find out what it means. I'm not putting out stuff before it's ready. And if I do, I'm going back and back channeling to make sure that it is up to par at some point. Here's something else about excellence. If you're listening to me, Instagram, I'm trying to tell me if I'm looking off. I'm really trying Instagram to get the camera angle right. My husband and I went through it yesterday, just trying to see if I could, focus in. Just got some new equipment to kind of make it possible. So I'm hoping that works. Here's something else. Do you know if you're after excellence, you will solicit and accept criticism? Yes. Now, here's another thing I learned about accepting criticism. We're going deeper before we end. Sometimes criticism comes from the worst places, from the people you don't like, from the people who don't like you, from the people who want to ridicule you, and the people who want to just make you look bad. At the end of the day, beyond the embarrassment, right? You literally have to decide whether you're going to accept what they say or not. That's it. Decide whether you're going to accept what they say or not. I saw a comment there, so I'm trying to get to the comments. Thank you so much if you commented. I'm trying to get to the comments. Let's see what happens, but I'll see if it pops up again. But thank you for your comments, and I'll come in and just, go through them and respond afterwards. So keep the comments coming. You're going to accept criticism because I want to get better. I understand that perhaps my offering is not the best, but I am committed to excellence and to getting it right and to doing it better. So I will ask some, like, I have been there, done stuff that I'm afraid to ask people about. Has that ever happened to you? You're afraid of what they're going to say. You don't want to hear. I know that feeling. But is it the right feeling? How is it serving somebody who's after and who's pursuing excellence? How is it serving somebody not to solicit feedback, not to go through the process of what worked, what didn't work, what will I do better? How is it going to serve you if you don't get other people involved for whom you are producing in the first place? So you have to put on your tie your waist, throw your shoulders back, and solicit feedback from people. That's the only way you're going to get better. And I remember sometimes, sometimes you just don't get along with people. That's just life. And sometimes they might be your worst critics, but if in the shade of your soul, right, you just simply be quiet, don't be defensive. Think of what that person said, not how they said it, which might be with rancor and ridicule or whatever, but think of what they said and see if there's any merit there. And if there's anything that you can then take to make your product or service or offering better. That's a spirit of excellence. You will go after feedback. And when you get it, you'll be humble enough to implement it, because you're after excellence, about getting better, about from product to product, service to service, iteration or to iteration of your product or service, making it better. But I mean, I just think there are just too many people out there just simply flinging stuff at the wall to see what sticks. It's time for us to stop that. It's time for us to figure out what we want to do excellently in this world, and then go out and spend every single day making that thing better until we get it right. So that's what I have this morning. Like, I was just bone deep disappointed. And I'm like, I never want anybody to feel that way about anything that I offer. So just recommitting myself. I was already like, for me, if I'm going to do something, it has to be at a certain level. No, it has to be at a certain level. Not just because I'm going to, like, have a certain price point for it, but because I'm about results. Why would you spend your money if you don't get results? Why? I'm not into that. So I don't expect my clients to come and not get results some which what way. Just a simple example. One time I was coaching a client. I think this was last year. And this client came because she was, yeah, in a 9 to 5 job, but she had another business that she wanted to set up, and we started working on it. And so in the first instance, I offered 3 months. My package, the first package is 3 months, but I really just encourage people to take the 6 month package, because you get deeper results. We work on mindset, we work on all the things to get you what you came for. And so I think it was after that stint with her that I decided, for the most part, to coach people for 6 months as opposed to 3, if that's something they would entertain, because you get better results that way. And after the 3 months, we had done so much work. Like, I do it with dig. That's my first tier in coaching. Dig means we look at mentality, we look at your thoughts, we look at your identity. Who are you? Who do you think you are in this world? So we spend a lot of time just mining your thoughts and getting them right. That's the first stage of my coaching in my program, How to Get Unstuck. So if you want to, by the way, you can go on my website, and I think there is lisamdublin.com/coaching, and you can literally see, just all the testimonials and what the coaching program is about, why I do what I do. I was trying to find it, but I can't. But anywho, by the end of the 3 months, or coming up to the end of the 3 months, right, we had not gotten the business out. The baby had not been born. And I'm about results. Of course, I care about the compensation, but I'm about making an impact while making an income. And so I just offered her to continue coaching for a couple more weeks. And why I mention that is not like to come and expect to get free. It's not that. If it has to be, it will be. I really don't care. You're going to get results, right? It's not that. What happened was, because we worked together and we continued going after that certain result of setting up the business and getting her first client. Not only did she get her first client, but the first time she was going after, just a small fish, just the average person, whatever. But because her mindset had shifted so much by us working together and her putting in that earnest work, this client's first client, I like to say this way, she broke at what she didn't expect. Her first compensation was twice or 3 times higher than what she thought it would be. And that was the power of changing identity. That was the power of doing the work to see yourself accepting a certain thing and going out and getting it. Man, and I mean, she's still going, right? We're done. She's still going. She's still getting clients. She's still improving, right? That's not her only client anymore. She's improving, she's getting more clients. And that is the power of working with somebody to be able to change. And that's the power of going after excellence and going after getting results. That's, for me, that was so significant. Anyway, folks, we are going to end here. It's 19 minutes past, and so we're going to end here. Join me tomorrow. I have another topic. We're going to speak about boundaries and relationships tomorrow. I'm very, very into relationships, into marriage, as you must have realized by now, and getting a bit of flack for it, but it doesn't matter. It means it's hitting a nerve, and I know it's what's needed. Just be out of the comments and just what everybody is going through, including me. And so we're going to talk about boundaries and relationships, boundaries, and if you're single, even boundaries in friendships, boundaries in marriage, that kind of thing. Join me tomorrow, same time, 6 a.m. MST, for another edition of Basement Chronicles Live. Bye, everybody. Have a great day. And remember, keep that confidence level up in every area of your life.